Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, we do have this tweet from Quant. They're quoting Gilbert Verdian. We talked about this article in the past. It's on their website, A Sound Regulatory Approach for Digital Assets, where they did discuss a few things specifically around the UK and even the EU. Now, they do mention a few things within this that we've broken down in the past. I think that, we are clear, on regulations. We know what's going to be happening around the space. We know that regulations will most likely be ushered in at some point in time and really kind of take this space to the next level. I do think that is actually a good thing, and we actually do see Gilbert Verdian saying that here as well. Appropriate regulation should be a force for good, says our CEO. It can put in place the infrastructure to complement our existing systems and encourage the exponential growth of new and better forms of money and digital assets. When we really did see crypto hit $3 trillion in market cap globally, that was a milestone. Not only was it a milestone, but it was this market just getting started. It takes time, for these markets to mature into, what they will essentially call the golden era of them. To me, I think that crypto is going to be here for, well over 100 plus years going down the road. I think that this is technology that is not only groundbreaking, but it is sound. In regards to regulation, like I said, a lot of people are diverse on the subject. They think that regulation is actually a bad thing for this space. I would argue that it's probably one of the most incredible opportunities in the space to be a part of this space before regulations do get ushered in. Why? Well, regulations are the key that will unlock the door for a lot of financial institutions to dive headfirst into crypto and offer services. Being a part of this market before regulations do usher in is going to set you up pretty for the future financially. And why do I say that? Well, if you are investing into the right assets, like I do think that Quant is one of them, because we even do see like the full-on team talking about regulations here, preparing for the future. It's going to position you in a nice role that is, individuals being a part of the revolution. To me, crypto regulations will usher in us, to being into this major bull run that is bigger than any bull run in the history. Why? Well, because we are going to see mass adoption at a global scale. And we do see a lot of players actually preparing for this. From Blockworks, I told you guys, stay up to date on a lot of these events. Blockworks is holding one in the United States as well, but this is DAS London. And we do see, crypto regulation, the road to making the UK a crypto hub, how, crypto can contribute to UK's economy. And these were the three ones that we have been, talking about for a while around the UK. The UK has been ready for crypto for a while. They want to be a first mover on this because it will allow them to be positioned perfectly for the digital revolution that is happening. This is why we even talk about this with MEXC, with Zinfin. They are ahead of digitization, on a major scale. They want to get ahead of this. And crypto regulation is the starting point because it allows for the rest of this to actually really move in at a streamlined pace. Now, with this is going to be happening on October 17th and 18th of this year. And you do see all of the major players here. Some of them, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, Ameritrade, BNY Mellon. I mean, these are some huge names that everyone knows about in this space. JP Morgan and Chase as well. And I'm very excited for this. There's going to be a lot of coverage from this. I just recently talked about this event with Algorand, I'm pretty sure. I think that this is going to be something special. And this is also not the only event that Quant is a part of. They're also a part of its CBOS, which is going to be with Swift. That's also another one that is, really key to watch for. Definitely keep that on your calendar. It's SIBOS. That is one that Quant is a part of, and I do think that there's going to be a substantial amount of information that does come from that. So keep a close eye on Blockworks and their DAS, events, as well as CBOS. Now, also, with this, talking more so about regulation, we do see the IMF being extremely ready to move in on crypto adoption. We do see here, what does energy have to do with decentralized finance? In the latest issue of F&D, Michael Casey explains how DeFi and crypto can unleash sought-after funding for renewables. Not only that, but DeFi and traditional finance, if you can bridge these two aspects, which we do kind of see with Alliance Block, um, you know, it's going to be a huge monumental moment in history because DeFi is unlocking incredible efficiencies. This is why I say like the bridge here is fundamentally the key to having this market adopted in on a very massive level. I know that we talk about this quite a bit, but I do think that regulations, anyone in crypto should be watching all the regulatory, talks that are happening because I do think that this is what's going to propel crypto to the next level. The $10 trillion plus market cap, the 20 trillion, the 30 trillion, the 40, 50, etc. I do believe that crypto will be a $100 trillion asset class at some point in time. We added $1 trillion in one singular quarter. Do you believe that that is the stopping point? I honestly believe that we could see $5 trillion to $10 trillion added in one singular quarter. But we do need mass adoption. We need regulations because regulations equals mass adoption. So this is what I'm watching for. And also, we even do see over here crypto adoption in Brazil could be accelerating as regulators begin to embrace the technology. Regulators around the world have been starting to move in on cryptocurrency regulation because they do, see the efficiencies here. And we even do see the text down here, like Brazil's SEC said it plans to work on the definition of virtual assets after taking a hands-off approach in the past. I actually believe that this is extremely beneficial. I think that a lot of these areas and these regulators are going to soon start to see the potential here. And I think that it really kind of starts with implementation of crypto and testing with it within trials. And we have, started to see that happening just recently as well. Now, I want to talk to you guys about something pretty substantial in regards to adoption. So Finality is a big player. If you guys don't know about Finality, it has been touted as the XRP killer. I think that is actually pretty idiotic to even say that, but they do have plans to move in on a fiat-backed cross-border payment solution. If you actually look at their solutions up here, you guys can see them if you wanted to go to their website and look at it. But what I really want to talk to you guys about is, who Finality is. So we do see down here that Finality International started its life as a pure research project to better understand how DLT could change financial markets. In time, the project grew to include a consortium of financial institutions who wished to explore how blockchain and distributed ledger technology could be used to tokenize cash assets to settle security trades. In doing so, it sought to alleviate many of the FMI challenges. Now we do see down here the initiative became known as the Utility Settlement, Coin Project, with the core objective the creation of a peer-to-peer digital cash asset to settle tokenized transactions with Finality. Now this is all centered around DLT. To me, it all needs to be interconnected. Like I said, we actually do see capable of interoperating across multiple business platforms, whether to support PvP or DVP settlement of financial transactions. That is the key area to focus on. And down here, we do see a few things. So they now boast 16 major institutions as shareholders. This is Banco Santander, BNY Mellon, Barclays, CIBC, Commerce Bank, Credit Suisse, Euroclear, ING, KBC Group, Lloyd's Banking Group, and there's so many other ones down here as well. I don't really need to mention all of them. But why or how will Quant be at the core of this? Where is, Quant positioned? Well, if you actually go and look at who their partnerships are, there's only two at this current moment in time, and that is the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance as well as, ISSA. Now, these two are pretty big. You guys are probably all aware of, the EEA, which is the backer behind, Ethereum. This is an Ethereum solution. So at the heart of it, it's a blockchain-backed solution, and it will essentially need that interoperability bridge. And you also do see, again, International Security Services Association. This is more so to kind of center around DLT in the trade area. These two are key, but for me, when you look at the Ethereum, blockchain, it needs interoperability. There's really no justifying the fact that this will not need something like Quant. And Quant is like the number one choice here. I've always said that Quant solution, non-biased either. Like even if I didn't hold any, Quant, I would still say Quant is the number one choice. The API gateway, which is 3 lines of code for implementation, is a huge stepping stone. I think that that is crucial for the success of crypto, as well as for the success of a lot of efficiencies and innovations that is taking place behind the financial sector. This is this is the financial transformation that we've been waiting for since the 1960s. So to me, this is a monstrous move within the financial sectors, but also even globally in regards to technological advancements. And DLT is at the heart and soul of this. And last but not least, I do want to also share with you guys this from Just a Tech Guy. Association Bancaria Italiana, I hope that I'm saying that fully right. Their press release on Spunta with 100 banks live. What do you see down here? What if I told you 100 plus banks are using Overledger right now? What do you see down here? The Spunta app sits on SIA/MEXC's blockchain infrastructure. We actually do see that down here labeled. SIA launches a blockchain infrastructure for ABI's new application, Spunta Banca DLT. Remember, it's all centered around DLT. We do see, is based on SIA Chain, the private technology infrastructure created by SIA that enables financial institutions, corporates, and public sector bodies to develop and implement blockchain-based and innovative applications in a safe and protected manner. In Europe, this infrastructure makes use of the approximately 580 network nodes of SIAnet, which we talked about in the past. Now, the few names that are tied to this are NTT Data and R3 with Corda Enterprise Platform. And we do see down here as well, the breakthrough was achieved by integrating Quant Network's Overledger technology, the world's only DLT operating system that allows interoperability into the SIA chain private blockchain infrastructure, leveraging on 580 European network nodes within SIAnet. The ability to bridge permissioned blockchain instances between SIA chain and other external networks, cross-platform applications and services. And we do see down here the testing has been executed on SIA chain, R3 Corda, and private Ethereum platforms. Private Ethereum platforms. Remember, like I said, going back to Finality, they are a key player here. And we do see like Quant Network and SIA will now work together to go to the market developing and implementing further innovative use cases and applications. And we have already kind of been seeing that happening already. And we do see down here as well, like the partnership launched between Quant Network and SIA that allows mostly banks and financial institutions through the SIA chain infrastructure to adopt cross-platform and interoperable blockchain solutions and to embrace new business models, improve operational efficiencies, and deliver innovation to banking customers. And then down here, notice the 3 types of DLT used at the bottom. And here you guys have it with SIA chain. Here are the major 3. It's all kind of centered around, like when we really kind of look at this, look at the 3 that are centered here. You see Ethereum, Hyperledger, as well as Corda. These 3 are already tied to, like when we really kind of look at what Quant has been positioned, themselves for, they've been tied to these 3 for a very long time. To me, interoperability will be key for all of this. And I do believe that Quant holds the key. We do see like projecting to do 8.4 billion transactions on the Spunta app alone. SIA Chain will have much more in regards to their apps. But this is like a big one because not only is this 100 banks, but this is also 91% of Italian banks. And this is 204 million completed transactions by October of 2020, 8.4 billion projected yearly transactions. These network effects will be astronomical. And we even do see down here, like they even mention SIA as well. Every morning, more than 600 operators from 100 banks open their laptops and have access to the nodes to start instantly transacting. And this is from ABI Lab with Spunta Banca DLT, SIA, NTT as well. I just said 100 banks in my tweet because if I said 580 plus, you wouldn't believe me. But the reality is that SIA Chain has 580 plus banks on it, including a few central banks. I mean, I'm telling you guys, pay attention to this. I know that this is old news. When we look at, SIA, it's old news. But they have been a leader behind the digital revolution. Going over to their website, you can look at everything that they have been focused on. Just look at a few of these, right? For example, SIA partners with Microsoft to drive the digitization of the European payment space. MEXC and Alpha Bank join forces to create a new era of digital payments in Greece. MEXC Group signs a long-term strategic agreement with, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, regarding the merchant acquiring business in Croatia. And this is centered around digitization within their business model, by the way. I actually read it. And over here, I don't think that this one actually has anything. But they have so much more in regards to, digitization. They are a leader behind this space. I'm telling you guys, pay attention to, MEXC. They are a giant, and they are trying to accelerate everything through digitization. It's very similar to other projects in this space. Like, digitization is taking over, but MEXC is at the forefront of it. We talked about how large of a name MEXC is. They are a very substantial name in the space. And yes, having them on board with Quant only solidifies where Quant is positioned. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are in this beautiful world, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.